If you want to create smooth animations using pure CSS, in this video, I will teach you CSS Animations, Transition, Transform, and Keyframes, and at the end, we will build this mini project. But there are two main ways to create animation in CSS: transitions and animations. Let's start with Transform property. The Transform property allows us to move, scale, rotate, or skew element without affecting the normal document flow. There are mainly four important transform functions you should know: scale, rotate, translate, and skew. Scale is used to increase or decrease the size of an element. The first value controls width, that is x direction. The second value controls height, that is y direction. Rotate is used to rotate an element. Translate is used to move an element from its original position. First value is for x, and second value is for y. Skew tilts the element. You can skew in x direction or in y direction. Now that we understand transform, let's talk about something very important: transition. Transition allows us to make changes happen smoothly instead of instantly. Without transition, when we hover or change a property, it changes immediately. But with transition, the change becomes animated. Now you can see the difference. The change is smooth. Let's understand transition syntax. Transition has four main parts: property, duration, timing function, and delay. Timing function controls the speed pattern of the animation. Here are some common values: ease linear, ease in, ease in, out. Ease starts slow, then fast, then slow. Linear means constant speed. Ease in starts slow. Ease out ends slow. Ease in out starts and ends slow. The first value is the property you want to animate. Duration means how long the animation will take. Timing function controls the speed pattern of the animation. This means the animation will start after 0.2 seconds. One important thing to understand: transition only works when a property changes. For example, hover, focus, active, or when a class is added using JavaScript. Common mistake. Number 1. Adding transition inside hover. Transition should always be on the original element, not inside hover. So far, we learned about transition. But transition only works when something changes, like hover. But what if we want animation to run automatically? For that, we use Keyframes animation. Keyframes allow us to define multiple steps of an animation from start to end. First, we define our animation. We start with that keyframes. Then we give the animation name. Inside it, we define steps using percentages. 0% means starting point. 100% means ending point. And we can add anything in between, like 50%, 25%. Now we apply animation. Now you can see the border moves from left to right in 2 seconds. But it runs only once because we haven't set iteration count. We write infinite, so it keeps running forever. If we write 3, it runs 3 times. Now let's understand animation properties. Animation name, this connects the element to the keyframes. Animation duration, this defines how long the animation takes. Animation iteration count, this defines how many times animation will run. Animation direction, this defines direction of the animation. Animation timing function, we already learned this in transition topic. Animation delay, this makes the animation wait before starting. Animation fill mode, by default, after animation ends, element goes back to original state. Now, as you can see, writing all these properties separately makes the code a little long. But CSS gives us a shortcut to write all these properties in a single line. This is called the animation shorthand property. Using this shorthand, we can define everything in one clean line. The first value is the animation name. This name must match the name we defined inside keyframes. The second value is duration. Duration defines how long the animation will take to complete one cycle. The third value is timing function. It controls the speed pattern of the animation. The fourth value is delay. Delay means the animation will wait before starting. The fifth value is iteration count. This defines how many times the animation will repeat. Now that we understand transform, transition, and keyframes, let's build a real project. We are going to build a modern rotating loader animation using pure HTML and CSS. We'll also use transform rotate, animation duration, and multiple layers to create a premium look. So let's start building it step by step. First, I'm creating a basic HTML structure. Inside the body, we will create a main div with the class loader. And inside that, we will add 3 span elements. These spans will act as rotating rings. Now let's start CSS. I'm giving the body full height and using display flex to center the loader perfectly. This is a common layout technique used in modern UI. Now I'm setting a fixed width and height for the loader container. Now we will style the span elements. We are positioning them absolutely so they overlap. We are using border radius 50% to make them circular. We will make the border transparent and only color the top border. This creates a small arc shape. When we rotate it, it will look like a spinning ring. Here I am targeting the second span using nth child 2. This selects the second ring inside the loader. I am changing the border top color to a different shade. And now I am changing the animation duration to 1.5 seconds. This means the second ring will rotate slower than the first one. Now I am targeting the third span using nth child 3. Again, I am changing the border top color and increasing the animation duration to 2 seconds. Because each ring has a different duration, they rotate at different speeds. Now let's define the animation. We are rotating from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. This creates a full circular rotation. So what's happening here? We created circular borders, animated them using keyframes, and rotated them using transform rotate. By changing duration and color, we created depth and movement. And this is how you can build a modern loader animation using pure CSS. So today we learned CSS Transform, Transition, and Keyframes animation. And we built a modern loader animation using pure HTML and CSS. If this video helped you understand CSS animation clearly, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more practical web development content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.